Hello and welcome to this pit stop for Mutants the card game, designed by Sen-Foong and Jesse Wright, published by Lucky Duck Games. Mutants the card game takes around 45 minutes, it's for 2 to 4 players, and it is coming to Kickstarter on the 30th of October 2018. In Mutants, each player is going to control a team of mutants in an arena, battling the other players, attempting to score the most points via the power track and also freezing genes into their freeze zone over the course of 5 rounds to be the victor. Now, each player starts with a deck of 12 basic cards, and you're going to start with each round with 6 cards in your hand. And with those basic cards, you're going to attempt to access your own gene pool, and that's the unique part. For each player, they're going to have a unique gene pool to access during each game. On your turn, at the beginning, you're going to check and see if you've got any mutants in your active mutant slot. And if you have, you're going to slide it over either to the left or right, and then you're going to take one of the 3 actions available to you. Now, the most basic action is to deploy a mutant. You take any mutant from your hand and you put it in the active mutant slot. Most mutants have got a deploy power, meaning you do whatever it says here in the top bar. And in the case of the warrior, that's going to score me 1 power. So I move up 1 on the power track. Now, the round's going to continue to everyone has played all the cards from their hand and done all of their actions, and then we're going to check the power track. Whoever's highest up is going to score a certain number of points depending upon which round of the 5 we're in, and if you're playing with more than 2 players, whoever's second in that is going to score a smaller amount of points. When it comes around to your next go, again, you're going to move your mutant across, and again, you're going to take an action. Now, the second action you can take will be to breed for a mutant. There are 6 different mutants and 2 copies of each in your gene pool for each game. And you can either start with the set sort of themed decks which they suggest to you, or there are more cards available so you can draft and you can create your own combinations. In this case, I wish to breed for Gorthar the Cruel. I need to throw away one of each of these 2 genes. In this case, I've got the Warrior and the Demon. They go into my discard pile, and Gorthar the Cruel will come and be my active mutant. And the next time I go to play a card, I'm going to have to move this active mutant out at the beginning of my turn, and one of these 2 mutants will have to leave play. And lots of mutants have got leave power, so in the case of the next turn, if I chose to move the warrior, I would check and see what the warrior's leave power is, and it would activate. Now, this power happens to be an attack power, saying players dominating you, meaning further up on the power track, have to knock down mutants in the same spot. Now, a knocked down mutant goes face down and no longer has any effect on the game. The way you're going to avoid that is if you have any block powers available to you. And it happens that for Gorthar the Cruel, if someone else was attacking me, no matter where it was they were attacking, if I have a block power, it activates. And in this case, it freezes this mutant. Whenever you freeze a mutant, you take it and you put it face down within your freeze zone. Now, it's completely out of your deck for the course of the rest of the game. But at the end of the game, the points you've gained from the power track are going to be added to the freeze value of all the cards you've been able to put into your freeze zone, and they will form a large part of your scoring. Now, it doesn't just happen when you get attacked. There are things like the zombie, for example, which has a leaf power, which lets you freeze it. And you're looking for combinations within your gene pool. For example, this Leech Lord I've got in play, every time I freeze a mutant, is going to give me 2 power. And again, each of the set decks has got a certain theme to it that you might want to combo up in order to score points. Now, some of them just score basic points when they go into your free zone. Some of them also score for combinations. For example, the Devourer is going to score 1 VP for each of these necro genes you have within there. And another reason why you might want to deck build and build your own combinations over the course of mutants. Now, the one thing I haven't talked about is the third action available to you. I might want one of these to come out of my gene pool, but I don't have the correct genes for it. Well, your incubator has got space for 1 mutant each turn, and you can throw away any card, doesn't matter what gene's on there. In this case, I'm going to throw away the Beast. And I can choose one of these cards, and I put it face down there. And when I'm getting prepared for the next round, this card will come out of the incubator and go on top of my deck, and it will be the first card I draw for the next round going. There are other powers within the game which will let you cycle your deck, like with this Tricera tank, or there are cards which transform, which as soon as you play them have a power, and then they'll transform directly into whatever card is on the top of your deck. However you choose to use your gene pool or build your gene pool when you're used to the game, after the 5 rounds, check the power points and your freeze zone points, and the player who scored the most points will be the winner of Mutants the card game. This is coming to Kickstarter on the 30th of October 2018, as I said, and this has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please check out the Game Pit podcast. Thanks.